Sony's newest gaming headset looks perfect, but there's a couple of problems. Alright, Sony's back with their newest flagship wireless gaming headset, the Inzone H9 II. That's exciting because the original H9 left plenty of room for improvement. The H9 II fixes a lot of what the original got wrong, with a fresh design, lighter weight, better connectivity, and upgraded XM6 drivers. So yeah, these headphones should be phenomenal. But with all these improvements come a few compromises, and we'll get there. And just in case you forgot, I'm Michael Scott, and not the one from The Office.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
So right from the start, the H9 II looks premium. The ear cups are smaller, the headband is sleeker, and Sony added these two push buttons for easy head adjustments. It's lightweight, flexible, and built for all-day comfort, no matter your head size. And trust me, I have a big head.
That's what she said!
Yeah, perfect. Now these ear cushions are soft, breathable, and made for long sessions, and no sweaty ears after hours of gaming. And I love that Sony kept the branding minimal, just enough to look clean without being flashy. Now the button layout, honestly, is one of the best I've ever seen on any gaming headset. And this is thanks to the professional gamers from Fanatics, who recommended these optimized button layouts. Fantastic. On the left, we have a large textured mic mute button, and you see the red light goes on when you mute it or unmute it. We have a scroll wheel for volume, and the noise cancelling ambient switch. And all very convenient. You'll also find 3 ports. There's a USB Type-C. We also have an audio jack if you want the lowest latency. Very cool. And of course, the microphone jack. On the right, we have a power button, Bluetooth pairing, and the game chat balance button. My only gripe is there's no second mic jack on the right ear cup. It's minor, but it would have made this layout perfect. Let's talk about the weight. At just 260 grams, this thing is feather light. It's one of the lightest XM6 gaming headsets Sony's ever made. Design-wise, they really nailed it. Now for the extras. In the box, you get a 10-foot audio cable, USB Type-C cable, the wireless transceiver dongle. You also get a detachable boom mic with windscreen, and lastly, a soft carrying pouch. Honestly, it's an impressive setup, but a hard shell case like Sony's premium models, that would have sealed the deal. Alright, let's talk about the setup, because this part is surprisingly easy. The H9 II connects in 2 ways. First way is with a 2.4 wireless dongle. It has a Type-C connection that plugs into your PS5 or your computer. Or connect the Mark II via Bluetooth 5.3, which includes LE audio. That means you can stay connected to your PS5 and your phone at the same time, and that's very convenient. You can fine-tune your sound and mic settings through Sony's Inzone Hub on your PC, or use the mobile app if you're on your PS5, since the PS5 does not support the software. This software is fast and simple and lets you switch profiles instantly, whether you're gaming, streaming, or switching between devices. The Inzone Hub software works fine. It's stable and easy to use, but it's definitely basic. It handles game-specific settings well, just not as advanced or polished as something like SteelSeries Sonar.
Now next to that, we have our presets for over 100 different games. You can select any game that's available here, and the EQ will automatically adjust for you.
Alright, setup's easy, but here's the real question. How do they actually sound? On the PS5, those new XM6 drivers hit different. The audio feels cleaner, crisper, more precise. It's like the soundstage just suddenly opened up. This might sound crazy, but playing Call of Duty with the Mark IIs actually made me a better player. I could hear footsteps and movements before seeing them. This kind of audio precision gives you that split-second advantage, the one that separates good players from great ones. And trust me, I need all the help I can get. Now here's where things get a little tricky, because the H9 II isn't perfect. Out of the box, the bass is honestly underwhelming. You'll need to tweak it in the Inzone Hub to get that punchy low end you're expecting. But here's the problem. Once you push the bass higher, the highs lose their edge and start to sound flat. Push it too far, and that clarity collapses into mud. To be honest, I had to find this awkward middle ground, enough bass to feel impact, but not so much it drowns out the highs. And that's just one of the two major problems I found with these headphones, and the next one might surprise you. Alright, it's time to talk about what might be the best feature on these headphones, the noise cancellation. And honestly, it's the best I've ever heard, or haven't heard. Press the NC button once, and suddenly, all you hear is the game. It's like magic. This type of noise cancellation removes about 95% of background noise. Here's an example of the noise cancellation. Okay, noise canceling test, take 1. And there's a fan in the background that you can't even hear, which is wildly impressive. And the ambient mode also works very well. And now we're going to turn everything off. And then we'll turn back on the noise cancellation. Sony really hit a home run with these two features. One quick heads up though, noise cancellation will drain your battery a bit faster. It's a small trade-off for total silence, if you ask me. So yeah, the noise cancellation is incredible. But Sony didn't stop there, because the mic, that's a whole different story. The flexible boom mic has built-in noise suppression, but what really surprised me is how good it sounds. Honestly, I could use this mic for YouTube voiceovers. It's that clean. But don't take my word for it. What do you think? How does it sound? And when you don't need the mic, it just pops off. And pops right back on. Super easy. Alright, so up to this point, the H9 Mark II checks almost every box. Premium design, insane noise cancellation, solid sound, and a surprisingly clean mic. But here's the kicker. These will run you $349. That's flagship money, which means expectations are sky high. And this is where things start to get interesting. Because while Sony nailed the essentials, there's one area that really holds this headset back, and that's battery life. And yeah, this one hurts a bit. Sony claims 30 hours of battery life, and that's actually less than the original H9, which gets 32. But they did improve quick charging. Now you get 1 hour of playback from just a 5-minute charge, which is double the speed of the original H9. In my real-world test, the H9 Mark II lasted around 48 hours with noise canceling off, about 10 hours less than the original. And compared to other gaming headsets, which can last anywhere from 70 hours to 300 hours, Sony's numbers start to look a little weak. To be fair, the lighter weight plays a big role here. A bigger battery means more bulk and weight, so it's the classic trade-off: comfort versus endurance. Hopefully Sony will find a way to squeeze out more battery life without adding extra weight, because if they do, the next generation could be unbeatable. So after a few weeks of testing the H9 Mark II, here's the bottom line. These headphones nail the essentials: lightweight comfort, top-tier noise cancellation, a solid soundstage, and a mic that genuinely surprised me. But it's not perfect. You'll need to tweak the bass a bit to get it right. And the battery life is a little underwhelming, though that 5-minute quick charge definitely helps soften the blow. Still, when you look at the big picture, the Mark II delivers on what most gamers actually want: great sound, long session comfort, and that premium Sony feel. So yeah, for me, it's worth it, if you care more about comfort and clean audio rather than raw battery life. But what about you? Would you trade a few extra hours of charge for a headset this light and good? I know I would. Alright guys and gals, I'm Michael Scott, and not the one from The Office.
Why did you get it so big?
Hey, that's what she said.
This is the Ultimate Tech Hub. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one real soon. Peace.